improving your aerial and ball control in Rocket League is one of the most fundamental skills in the game. Now of course you can learn any of this over time, or just brainlessly queue into ranked games.
But what if I tell you there's a much faster way to actually master your abilities?
You heard it right, this might be just the video you were waiting for, so tag along. In the past few years, some incredible members of this community have created hundreds of different custom workshop maps. Well, of course, a lot of those also just happen to be fun playing with friends or messing around when you first start exploring the game. In this video, I'm gonna be focusing on the best maps out there for training and how to use them to bring your game to the next level. At the end of the video, I am also gonna provide you with an example of a training plan that you could use every day to warm up and improve your mechanics. So make sure to watch the video until the end. By default, workshop maps only work when you're playing the game on Steam. However, there's a workaround to get them to work for Epic Games as well. I'm gonna link you a video down in the description. As for why Epic Games to this day still hasn't implemented workshop maps into their store, well, it's Epic Games. Before we head into the video, if you do enjoy this video and if you do learn something from this, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, it really helps out a lot. In the description I will link a Google document for you with a brief overview of all the maps to train, as well as colored marks regarding difficulty. So whatever your skill level is, there should be something to start with. I'm gonna keep updating this list as well, so if you feel like I was missing any good map or you created one yourself, let me know in the comments. To start off, we're gonna take a look at the ring maps. These are very great for mastering your aerial ability and pushing your flexibility in the air. When you first start off, I recommend using Speed Jump Rings 2 by DMC, because this map is fairly simple and with its very big rings, it's pretty easy for starters as well. If you're a bit more advanced, I always come back to Latimer's rings map, because this is just the perfect mix and has a good progression of difficulty, as the rings get smaller the further you get down the map and the levels get longer as well. I recommend using normal mode, so you have checkpoints inbuilt after every level. If you really want to challenge yourself though, you can choose the impossible mode, which basically resets you back to the start once you fail. A good way to learn car control is using different drills in the air to train different movements. The first thing you want to do is play in aerials. You basically just do a normal aerial and try to navigate to the map by using the left analog stick, but don't press aerial while doing that. Learning this will teach you how your car reacts while being in the air, and also how you have to feather your boost to do so. Once you're comfortable with this, try to implement some turns or spins into your aerial, or even go backwards to get used to how your car acts when in unfamiliar positions. At first, you're probably gonna experience moments where you just don't know what to do or how to control your car anymore, and you end up falling to the ground like a dead bug. But that's alright, because those so-called blackout moments actually show you're improving, because you're learning something that you're not used to. Once you're comfortable with the basic aerials, take it to the next level by adding air roll. Try to hold down the air roll button and use your spins to recover. Again, this might feel very awkward at first, but it's exactly what we're going for. You might realize that you only tend to spin in one direction all the time, which is probably the aerial side you're more comfortable with. Try to use the other direction next to see how good you perform on your weak side. Once you've mastered this, try to switch up aerial and normal aerials to get more variety. Mix it up and try to get as many different spins and aerial twists as you can. Because remember, what we're trying here is to push yourself and try to get those blackout moments, because that's when you're actually going to improve. The next step is to add aerial left or right, or the so-called tornado spin. For those of you who don't know how to do this one yet, basically use either aerial left or right bind to a specific button and then use your stick to navigate, which lets you aerial in a more fluent way and keep your nose up. I personally use aerial left, but it's simply down to preference. If you're learning this for the first time, this might definitely take some time. So if you can't do this one yet, just leave this one out or try it in free play first. The final step is to set it all together and try to go full freestyle by adding all of the mentioned skills before, and just vary them as much as you can. Again, the aim of this skill is to push yourself into awkward situations to experience this blackout moment. So the faster your aerials are and the more different twists and spins you can do, the better. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna be great at this if you did this once or twice, but hey, this is Rocket League. Every skill in this game is gonna take its fair share of time to master. Try to do these drills at least for a couple of minutes every day. Maybe implement them into your training warm-up or your daily routine. You should see immediate improvements in your aerial skills after 1 week. After you repeat this skill a couple hundreds or maybe 1,000 of times, you're gonna go and spin through the air like an ancient ninja, trust me. Next, let's have a look at the speed jump trials maps. These are basically parkour maps where you have to fly through different stages and avoid hitting the walls or other obstacles. Basically, this is trying to teach you the same skill like the rings map, just some of the twists and turns can be a bit more awkward since you have to switch your ball cam to see where you're going, or you hover backwards while going down a level, which can be really frustrating. Once again, try to implement the aerial drills I showed you before to mix up your training and get control over your car in every possible situation. You can also switch it up daily. For example, go for one run where you only go backwards, and then the next day you do the same map but only with air roll. There are also a couple of maps dedicated to boost management. Speed Jump Boost is a great obstacle course and actually lets you choose between different difficulty levels. You have to fly to special pads to recharge your boost and keep momentum in order not to fall off the stage. This will highly increase your ability to feather your boost in the air and control your momentum. I have to warn you though, I recently just played the hard version on stream, and hell, this one is quite a challenge. You can also try Speed Jump Rings 1, which is pretty similar to the other ring maps, but your boost refills every time you go through a ring, so you'll have to keep your momentum to stay alive. Another cool map to mention is Hornet's Nest by DMC, which is a very cool way to practice your general movement and recovery. You basically get thrown into a big cage and need to dodge moving obstacles while keeping your momentum. Once you have completed all 10 levels, you can even activate a secret switch to set the level speed to 150%. This will make it even more fun to play and challenging for advanced players. For practicing your ball control, there are a couple of different levels to train your dribbling skills, but I would recommend using Dribble 2 over Hall. This map is probably by far the most known custom map, since there have been tons of videos about it, as well as the speedrun and freestyle videos. Once again, you can choose from different game modes, whether you want to casually explore the map, dribble on time, or again, punish yourself with impossible mode. I don't really think I have to explain how this one works because it's pretty intuitive. This map really gives you the advantage to dribble around moving obstacles in a different path, which is something you won't get when you just sit up free play and dribble the ball around. There's also a map dedicated only for air dribbles. This map is really gonna push your ball control while air dribbling to the next level, since you will have to overcome big obstacles and long distances with the ball. But keep in mind that this map is already pretty advanced, so if you just start learning your air dribbles, you should probably train them in training packs first. Last but not least, we got the aim training map, which is an incredible map to work on your accuracy and shooting consistency. For beginners, easy mode will give you a fairly simple and big goal to score on. Otherwise, choose normal or survival mode. You can even customize options such as target size, wall distance, and ball drops. If you do just a couple of rounds every day for warm-up, you'll notice immense improvement with your shooting, and you start getting those banger top corner shots. Now that we discussed all the different maps out there and how to use them, I'm gonna give you an example of what could be a daily training plan for you. This should take roughly half an hour, depending on your skill level, so you can use this for your warm-up. Of course, if you don't have this amount of time, or you don't play Rocket League every single day, you can switch it up or use it only on the weekends. First, you want to practice every aerial drill I showed you. Go into any of the ring map and practice normal aerials, air rolls, and then arrow left or tornado spin for 5 minutes each. Next, choose any of the parkour maps or dribbling maps. Try to go as fast as you possibly can and beat your personal best time. After you've done that, go into aim training and choose normal mode. Try to get a streak with 10 shots or more, and just play this map until your shots feel decent and you're ready to take on the ranked jungle. To sum it up, workshop maps are a great advantage for practicing both your car and ball control, so get yourself a daily routine to bring your abilities to the next level. Apply different aerial drills to get the most improvement out of your training. You won't become a master in short time, but keep in mind that Rocket League is a long run game in terms of improving, so the sooner you start learning, the better you'll get by the end.